The 44th President of the USA, Barack Obama, said, "In the House and the Senate, people come from different backgrounds, and they bring different ideas, but it's their willingness to find common ground that allows Congress to move forward." What is it that Congress actually does? What part of the US political landscape does Congress have an impact with, and how does it work? Well, we're going to lay that all out for you in this video today, explaining how the members of Congress are formed, what decisions they make, and what role Congress plays in the run for the presidential election. Take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more clear content on how the US elections actually work. General overview of Congress. So there are two chambers of the United States Congress. There is the House of Representatives, which is the legislative branch of the federal government, and the Senate. We'll get into the details about the Senate in our next video. Together, they form a bilateral legislature, which means a two-part system of governance designed to create balance and represent the interests of both the people and the state. The House plays a crucial role in the legislative process, representing the citizens of the United States in a way that is directly proportional to population. In other words, there are representatives in the House that directly reflect the population of each state. Structure and composition. The House of Representatives consists of 438 voting members, a number set by law. These members, known as representatives or congresspersons, are apportioned among the states based on population, with each state guaranteed at least one representative. The distribution is determined by the US Census, which is conducted every 10 years. The most populous states, such as California and Texas, have the largest number of representatives, while less populous states like Vermont or Wyoming have only one representative each. Representatives serve 2-year terms in contrast to the Senate's 6-year terms, meaning the House is always closer to the immediate will of the people. Because of the shorter terms, representatives are often attuned to public opinion and the political climates within their districts, which means that they campaign frequently to be elected. There are no term limits for representatives, allowing them to serve as many terms as they are re-elected by their constituents. Formation and election. Representatives are elected directly by the people in their respective congressional districts. These districts are created based on the population of each state, and the boundaries of the districts are often redrawn every 10 years following the census. This process, known as redistricting, ensures that each district contains roughly the same number of people, maintaining equitable representation. However, redistricting can sometimes lead to what's called gerrymandering, where district lines are manipulated to favor a political party. Gerrymandering is an intensely controversial subject as it can influence many parts of the electoral process, but we won't get into that in this video. To run for a seat in the House of Representatives, candidates must meet certain constitutional requirements. They must be at least 25 years old, a US citizen, of course, for at least 7 years, and a resident of the state they wish to represent. While these are the official qualifications, candidates also rely heavily on political connections, campaign funding, and voter support within their districts to be nominated as a representative. Before we continue the video, the purpose of our channel is to explain to you in simple terms the many parts of US politics that play a role in electing the US president. If you would like to know more, you can check out some of our other videos that we've posted already in order to understand the foundations of this political system. Leadership in the House. The House of Representatives is led by the Speaker of the House, one of the most powerful positions in US government. The Speaker is elected by the members of the House, typically from the party that holds a majority in the House. The Speaker presides over the chamber and sets the legislative agenda and represents the House in dealings with the Senate and the President. The Speaker is second in line of presidential succession after the Vice President. In other words, if something happens to the President of the United States, the Vice President will succeed that position. And then if something happens to the Vice President, it could be anything, health problems or, unfortunately, assassinations, then the Speaker of the House will succeed the Vice President to become President. Below the Speaker are other leadership roles, including the Majority Leader and the Minority Leader, who represent the majority and minority parties, respectively. These leaders are responsible for managing their party's legislative priorities, guiding bills through the legislative process and rallying party members to vote along party lines. Whips assist party leadership by ensuring that members are present for votes and that they vote in accordance with party strategy. And as you can imagine, there are some significant power dynamics that can happen in these particular roles. Role and powers. The House of Representatives has several key powers, many of which are exclusive to the chamber. One of its primary roles is to introduce and pass legislation, the creation of laws. Bills dealing with taxation and government spending, also known as appropriations, must originate in the House. This gives the House significant control over fiscal matters and reflects the intention that the branch closest to the people controls the purse strings. The House also holds the power of impeachment. You may have heard this word thrown around on the internet quite a lot over the last couple of years. While the Senate conducts impeachment trials, the House has the authority to bring charges against federal officials, including the president. If a majority of the House votes in favor of impeachment, the matter moves to the Senate for trial. In addition, the House plays a key role in federal oversight, investigating the actions of the executive branch, reviewing government spending, and ensuring that laws are properly enforced. In summary, the House of Representatives is a foundational institution in the US government, intended to reflect the will of the people. With its proportional representation, frequent elections, and significant legislative powers, the House serves as a key player in shaping US law and providing direct accountability to the electorate, in other words, the president. But why don't you tell us, do you think that this is an effective form of governance? Does it match the frequently adopted parliamentary system that we can see in other modern democracies, such as in the UK and in France? Let us know your thoughts in the section below, and make sure to turn on the notifications for our upcoming video about the US Senate.